This is Grandpa Gamer here again, doing another updated video about something I want to mention about, and I mentioned this before, but I'm going to do it again to update everything, about bed bugs. And this chemical that I'm showing right here called Crossfire. They say on the web, a lot of pest control companies, they say, well, do it in the cracks and crevices, and put it on your bed and this and that and this and that, but don't put it on the floor. Because they say that if you mop your floor, then it goes away, which is true. But I have proved this. I don't have a video to show you because I can't take pictures when I'm busy mopping up and spraying. Or not mopping, but busy spraying. Okay? I sprayed Crossfire on my floor. The simulated wood floors that go all over inside my front door, all the way down to the kitchen. I spray it and I soak it like a fire hydrant soak. There's white chemical all over the place, and I stay in my room, my living room, and be on my computer and stuff like that, let it dry. And it coats the floor like wax. And to prove my point, I had a bed bug that was outside. It was by the elevator. When I go in the elevator to go downstairs, and I got them in my fingers, and when you squeeze them, if they don't have a meal inside them, no blood, they don't die. You just squeeze them tight forever. So I took it, got it in my room, okay, and I put it on my floor where the Crossfire had been, and I just watched it. It was crawling along slowly, and in less than 1 minute, it just spun around and kept spinning around like a top. It was having a stroke, and then it stopped moving. And I used a magnifying glass that has a little thing on there to magnify it like the Palomar telescope, and it was dead. It was dead. It was dead. That Crossfire does work, but if you mop the floor, then it goes away. Even the walls, I spray it on the walls, and it coats the walls like a wax. And it lasted me about 6 months, because I've done this before, and I sprayed it, and about 6 months later, maybe 5 months later, there was one coming from under my door. It got somewhere through the walls and through a crack, and it was coming on the floor, and it just sat there as it was moving slowly for about 30 seconds and just spun around and died. So I coat everything with that stuff, and I don't mop my floors to remove it because it leaves a hard coating. And I spray my dressers, I spray in the drawers, I spray everywhere with not just a spray, but a coating that leaves chemical and wait till it dries. It takes about 2 hours, and soak it all in and keep it all soaked, like a coating everywhere. And I never remove that coating, and they die. I don't have any more coming in because I don't have major ones in my home. They were coming from the outside. They're in the walls. Up in the ceilings where I live, they have fiberboard, the white board, where you can pull up and there's lights inside there that light the hallways, and it's like fiberboard, little squares, and you take one apart, and there they are. They're in there. They're coming down through the walls. So I take care of it, and when they come in my room, they're automatically dead within about 30 seconds. Sometimes maybe a minute, but they don't get that far, and they die. So I don't have to worry. And remember, Crossfire is the best. And I don't spray just a normal spray. I do a heavy soak like I had a fire hydrant in my home putting out the major fire. I soak the floors. You'll see white chemical and look like water all over the floor. And it's Crossfire. It's not water, and some of it is white. And you just let it sit there till it dries. And it might take a couple hours. But once it dries, and on the floors too, and inside my cabinets, I got a plastic cabinet that has 3 drawers that pulls out to put underwear in there and stuff and medical supplies. I take everything out of there and I soak the whole cabinet and I let it dry, and it coats everything. And they're dead. So I don't have to worry. They're not in my clothes or anything. I just had a few minor ones coming in through the front door, and I took care of it. So remember, Crossfire, it will work on the floors as long as you don't mop it and remove it, or even the walls as long as you don't wipe them down and remove it. It'll coat the floor and coat the walls. And it'll last, in my experience, it'll last at about 6 months. And you can get these bottles off eBay. Amazon won't sell it here because they don't want you to do it yourself. They want you to pay a pest control guy thousands of dollars. But eBay has this, and it's only about anywhere from $46 to $50 for a bottle. And I got another bottle coming. I just bought it. Here it is, right here. It'll be on in about 4 days to make a new supply. So remember, Crossfire, that's the thing you want to use to get rid of bed bugs. That's the only thing I use. And to prove that this stuff really works, just a little talking here. There's a guy on eBay. He has 300 videos that shows you how it works. And he's so famous that he teaches you how to do it yourself, where you don't have to spend thousands of dollars for pest control. He's so famous for that. In his city, they tried to burn down his home. They shot bullets through his window. They slashed the tires on his car, and he's been threatened because he's causing corporate America, the pest control companies, to lose millions of dollars by teaching you how to do it yourself. So remember, Crossfire for bed bugs. It really works. And get online on YouTube and watch Green Acres pest control videos. He's got about 200 of them, and specifically for the bed bugs. And he will teach you how to do it right and save a lot of money. Thank you. Grandpa Gamer signing off.